This podcast contains discussions about sensitive topics, including mental health, alcohol and substance use, as well as suicide. It may also include strong language. The viewpoints expressed by guests do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the hosts. Listener discretion is advised. If you or someone you know needs support, please reach out to a trusted professional or a helpline. Welcome to Twist the Throttle, the podcast where we crank open the throttle on life's toughest rides. From mental health struggles to life on two wheels. We're here to have real, raw, unscripted conversations that break the stigma and help you navigate the road ahead. So grab your helmet, hit the road with us, and remember, it's still okay to pump the brakes. Together, we're shifting gears on mental health. Here's your hosts, Ambo and the Prez.
Well, welcome back, listeners, to another episode of Twist the Throttle. Today we have an FNG Rustnut tractor. Thanks a lot for coming along, mate.
Yeah, no, that's all right.
How you been, bud? You been good?
Yeah, not too bad.
All right, we start the show off pretty much the same every week. What are you riding right now?
2013 Suzuki Boulevard C90T Boss.
There we go.
Boss. It's
It's different.
Another fucking boulevard.
Same motor and everything? Or different?
It's a 1500cc.
Okay.
So a little bit.
It's a
It's not a
beautiful
puppy.
bike. It's the same as Ragger's bike.
Yeah, Ragger's, yeah.
So it looks very similar look, but he's got the big bat wing on the front.
Yeah, I've seen this bike, obviously.
It's a good looking bike. What drew you to that bike?
It was in the price range.
Yeah.
It was a lot of bike for the price.
Yeah, fucking knows it is.
It had heaps of extras and stuff. So
yeah.
And it was literally around the corner.
That's pretty good.
Laziness and money.
Yeah.
Do you remember your first bike?
Yes, I've still got it actually.
Oh, nice.
Early 70s Honda 70 Dax.
Oh,
So
nice.
it's got a wedgie bar in the middle.
Yeah.
It's got little ape hangers, and a petrol tank under the seat and stuff. So yeah.
Is the plan to do that up for the boy?
Nah,
No?
it's long gone.
Oh, no? Yes.
It was a bit of a communal bike.
Oh, okay. If money was no object, what would be your dream bike?
Just too many to choose. Like, there's certain Harleys I want. There's sports bikes I want. There's
Yeah.
too many to choose.
Yeah.
I'm just happy with one at the moment.
Yeah, that's it. What's better for you, solo rides or group runs? What clears your head better?
Probably a solo
Yeah.
because I don't have to follow rules.
Another beer?
It's another boulevard rider.
Yeah, that's good. So I actually like doing solo rides as well, but I do love the old pack riders.
Yeah.
How you finding riding in the pack?
At the moment, I'm at the back, not allowed to go
Yeah.
further.
But you're going all right, you're keeping up and
Yeah.
feeling comfortable.
I
And
just try to stay away from bear.
Don't we all? Love you, bear.
So what's your servo fee, mate? Do you stop in at servos and fill up your tank with petrol?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes.
What'd you go to for food?
Oh, nah. I don't. I'd rather go to the pub for a nice big steak.
Do you use unleaded fuel or do you use premium?
Premium, of course.
Do you talk to people when you get to the service
No.
station? No, why not?
No, just
It's going to
bye.
be like a wonderful conversation.
We're going to get some merch made up for Ambo to just
Yeah, I am. I've been
meet you
looking
the
at
servo.
this.
Meet you at the servo.
Some different designs. AI Art's not doing it for me though.
We'll get there. We're getting some new gear for the Rustnuts soon too, so
Yeah.
we'll get on it.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. What kind of rider are you when no one's watching? More throttle or more cruise?
A bit of both. Like,
Yeah, it depends on the mood.
yeah, just probably like to go back up home way and
Yeah.
just sort of
So
cruise around.
you're up Alexandria or whatever, is that
Yeah.
right? Yeah, beautiful area.
Just cruise around the
You're on the doorstep
hills
of the spur and the mountain.
yeah.
Yeah.
I try to steer clear of the spur.
Yeah, I like to go up Streslecki ranges around there and
Yeah.
the dirt.
It's beautiful, beautiful
yeah, it's
area.
bloody awesome up there.
How'd you first hear about the Rustnuts? I know the answer to this.
Prez lived across the road and he was riding the Nord and
Yeah.
you'd hear that every time he'd come home.
God, I love that bloke.
Everybody in half of fucking Point Cook heard that.
And
Now everyone in northern New South Wales hears that.
me being a motorhead, I
Yeah.
stuck my
Come
head out.
and say g'day. Always saw the van and called me Rusty Nuts.
Yeah, I get that.
before I met you. Yeah.
Mine don't work anyway, so I'm kind of used to it now. And they're turned off.
Rusty and decommission.
So, was it hard connecting to new people at first?
When I moved down here,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Like it's still struggle.
Yeah.
Like,
What was it like walking into the first meeting with the Rustnuts?
I was nervous as hell. I didn't know anyone. I just knew Jeff and Trish, and that was it. I was just...
Did you feel welcomed when you got there?
Yeah. Like, everyone was like, "Hey, mate." Like, sort of eventually after the meeting was done and stuff. And it's been a couple months now and sort of know everyone now and a bit more relaxed and
got
all
a meeting coming up this week. You hosted the last meeting. I unfortunately didn't make it to it.
Yeah.
As president, I was not in a good way.
No.
Put on a hell of a
hell of a spread. I'm getting positive feedback from everyone on that one. So
happy to do it again.
Yeah.
I know I've done the hosting at my house once, and I don't know if I really want to do it again.
We just don't have the space here.
It's fucking. It's different trying to actually accommodate for everybody.
Oh, absolutely.
And you feel like you kind of feel like you have to go and talk to her and talk to him.
Fuck. You're just on. You're on the whole time. There's no real.
Plus, I had to clean my fucking house.
I only had to clean the backyard.
So what's the club given you that you didn't realise you were missing out on?
People to ride with, people to talk to.
Yeah.
I know that, like, if I'm in down or anything, I can go to any one of his.
100%. Yeah, that's what we're here for.
I
always say we're a mental health club with a motorbike problem.
Exactly.
Not a motorbike club with a mental health problem. a bit of both.
It is a bit of both.
But we keep it fun.
Yeah, so what's the vibe you get from being with the Rustnuts?
No, it's good. Much like you'd say he's me stepdad. I pretty much moved in with him when I got back from the mines. So and he started up his own club.
You worked in the mines. How long did you work up the mines for?
7.5 years.
Yeah, a long time. From young too,
yeah. Very early age.
Carting iron ore or?
No, the driller.
Exploration driller.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Same job I did, except I was the monkey, he was the driller.
I started at the bottom and worked my way up.
Right, you know what they say? Drillers are just offsiders that were too dumb to quit. Hard life.
Me and my best mate, 19.
Yeah.
I think I sold everything that I owned that was worth money. Couldn't even afford a suitcase.
Yeah.
I took 2 garbage bags full of clothes and that was it.
Yeah.
And me and him piled up an old 60 series and drove over the Nullarbor and went to Kalgoorlie and went, "Here we are, give us a job."
Yeah, what do you got for us? Yeah.
2 weeks in, we're offsiders.
Nice.
And everyone that we spoke to were like, "Oh, you're crazy. You're crazy."
Yeah, young enough to do it though, yeah.
I went over there at 30, 32.
Yeah.
I did a couple of years and it killed me. It was brutal.
Yeah.
Some of the hardest shit I've ever done. Like,
they're like, before we even got on the rigs, they were like, "Oh, if the driller doesn't like you, it'll just take you out the front and bash you." And,
fucking right. Don't muck around.
No.
If you stink, they'll hose you down. And
It's brutal, man. It's worse than the army.
Yeah. And me being me, I had a full-time job at 13.
Yeah.
On the dairy farm, close to Ambo's heart.
Yeah. He loves it.
I got the ultimatum to fucking leave. So I did. At 15, I went and got a job, moved out of home, went and milked cows for a living, mate.
Yeah.
Good lifestyle.
If I wasn't working on the dairy, I was on my stepdad's beef farm. Just been working.
Cruise around on bikes and all that as well.
Yeah, just been working, and I just slipped right into the role, because it was hard work.
And long hours.
And stuff. Got a little bit more difficult later on in life.
Yeah.
Starting to see grown men crying on the rig because they're missing their daughter's first play or something. Yeah, I come to it and said, once I have a kid, if I have a kid, I'm out.
Yeah. We had, I get a lot of people through my courses that are young guys "Oh, we're going over to the mines." I'm like, don't go as an offsider. I think it took 10 years off my life. No exaggeration. It was 12 hours a day running flat out, carrying 50 kilos of rock, 100 meters in 50-degree heat. It brutal. I lost 20 kilos in my first swing.
I think
I need to go.
I went over.
Not a healthy way to lose it.
Just 3-4 times. That'll do.
I went over there, I think about 110 kilos, something like that. Within the first 6 months, I dropped down to 86 kilos.
It's insane.
Yeah, I used to be fit once upon a time.
And then bulked back up to 110 kilos.
As soon as you get off the site and you can have food again.
No, well, I was living in a small town.
Yeah.
I was just doing 5 days a week. It's 5-6 days a week for my first year.
Yeah.
And then
I was 21 days straight and then a week off, but that was a week off getting back to Melbourne, so you lost a day side of that. And
then
5 days at home.
Not it. And in that 5 days catching up with everyone you hadn't seen for a month. So everyone wanted to see you. It wasn't rest.
I went to the fly in, fly out and it was 2 plane trips straight after night shift, so 2.5 hour drive back to Alex or Shepparton.
Yeah.
And
Do you ever do the caravan? Do you ever sleep out?
Yeah.
There's fucking hate.
Yeah.
Fucking hate.
I was.
we were explain it.
So we were like, for me, it was on a plane, Melbourne, Perth, Port Hedland, 2.5 hour drive to Wodgina camp, and then another 2.5 hours from there to the caravan. Yeah. Then if we forgot anything, we had to go back to the camp to get it. And it was like from that caravan, it was like probably another hour to wherever the rig was in that area. Yeah. So just, you were in the middle of fucking nowhere. Like, wow. Yeah. You had like a little satellite internet thing that you could get internet sometimes. Yeah. So you could maybe talk to somebody on a chat for 5 seconds before it dropped out. Yeah. You were just alone. Yeah. And I worked with 2 blokes for like nearly 6 months and I didn't learn their name. Because I was the new guy, they wouldn't talk to me. Nah. Not at all. Like, just get that, do that. And I was like, the fuck, man? Like, how you doing? I was just like, fucking rough night, eh? Like, nothing. No fucking niceties, just get that, grab that.
Wow.
Yeah. Mentally, you know how fucking shaky I am. That's part of the reason.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It was, like, we were a big company. Yeah. So we had heaps of different sites and stuff. One site, I left that site and went to another site, and no one would talk to me at that site.
Yeah,
but the other site, like
everyone was good.
Everyone's like, "Hey, mate, look."
My driller was ex-army.
I knew half of the people down there.
Yeah,
and I'm like, "What the fuck's going on?" No one talks to.
Did you ever work with Pirate?
Nah.
Big well-known driller over there named Pirate.
Yeah.
Fucking cunt. Hope you're hearing this. Hope you're fucking dead.
I mean,
that bad. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the things I used to do, like I had a horn on my rig, so I could just go, coffee, toot the horn. but like I had 2 really good offsiders, and I didn't let them venture to any other rig. Like, we all gelled.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Brutal work. So getting on going back a bit of time, we're going back to your earlier life. Yeah. You were diagnosed young with ADHD. How did that shape how others treated you and how you saw yourself?
Well, I think I was about 5 or 6 at the time when I got diagnosed, and I thought there was something seriously wrong. Like, I'm going to be taking tablets and seeing
shrinks and all the rest
of everything. Like, I'm broken.
Yeah.
But my mum just fed me the tablets, like, even on weekends, everything, like, just dosed me up to the hills. And
did it work?
Not for help. Yeah.
Not really, just numb job.
Just to give her some peace.
Yeah.
You're talking Ritalin?
Yeah. Dexies first.
Yeah.
Proper Dexies.
Yeah.
And then when I got to, I think it was 14, the doctor said, "Oh, you're coming of age that you might want to sell them. So we're taking you off the good ones and putting you on Ritalin."
Yeah.
I took them pretty much until I was 18.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "If you want to continue taking it, you have to see a psychologist." And shit. I go, "Well, I'm an adult now. I don't need to control my behaviour.
Let's see how this goes."
Yeah.
Were there moments when you felt completely alone, even as a kid?
Yeah, there was a lot.
Yeah.
Like, my mum would go out most nights and leave me and my older brother in charge. We were 6 and 7 or 6 and 8. Like, we'd have to cook tea. We'd have to get our 2 younger brothers, bath, change, jammies, everything, bed, and then put ourselves to bed.
How many brothers do you have?
I've got 3 other brothers.
3 other brothers,
Yeah.
So you were like already trying to be an adult at 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. With ADHD as well.
Like, at that age, my older brother was mainly doing it. And then when I got to about 8 and 9, like, if my brother wasn't around, I was in charge. I was cooking, cleaning, ironing, folding.
Stepping up.
Yeah.
You'd walk home 2 k's home, 3 k's home from school in 45-degree heat. And then my mum would be sitting there on the couch watching TV and she'd go, "Oh, there's a load of washing for you to hang out." I was like,
not ideal parenting.
No.
No.
My parents worked a lot, but they'd come home, they'd cook, and then they'd fuck off.
Nah.
I don't remember washing clothes and stuff like that.
I was expected to look after the dog was my job, pick up the shit, feed it, do all that. But yeah. So you had a bit rougher than that, mate.
Yeah. My mum never worked.
Yeah.
My mum and dad split.
Yeah.
Really early, and then my mum said that he doesn't want anything to do with you. He's only going to contact you when you're 18, when he doesn't have to pay for you, and just played him against us.
Yeah.
Met up with me dad. I was probably about 20, 21, 22.
Yeah.
And he actually gave me a letter saying pretty much the opposite, wanted everything to do with us, and
she shut it down.
It's just confused the hell out of me. Still to this day, I'm like, who do I to believe?
Do you have much to do with either of them now?
I have a fair bit to do with me dad.
Yeah.
Nothing
to do with
Nothing. No.
She wrecked you?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
The final straw was she'd rather go to a miniature train convention that happens once a year, every year, than her first son's wedding.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
Yeah.
Rough, man. So you ended up in Perth, over in the West, working on drilling, built up a bit of a house, cars, got everything going for yourself. Then Chelsea was born?
Yeah.
What shift did that have you as a man and a father?
At first, like everyone, no one knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
I remember.
It's not at first, mate. Mine's 28. I still got no fucking idea.
I'm trying my best. They seem all right.
Yeah.
When Jade's water broke, I just got back from camping.
Yeah.
I went somewhere where there was phone service and stuff, so that if anything happened,
far away,
I'll get woken up to, I think my water just broke.
Yeah.
Being the first time, you just threw everything on, come racing down the hallway and just slid in the water, and I've slid from the hallway into the lounge room on my ass.
So I think so.
and Jade's sitting there going, "What do we do?" I'm like, "Well, we call the hospital, obviously.
Yeah.
Then we call your parents."
Yeah.
You jump in the fucking car and you drive as fucking fast as you can, because it's probably the only time you're ever going to get away with it.
No, the nurse has gone, just take your time. It's all good. We only lived around the corner from the hospital anyway. So, and after I heard that, I've gone, I'm going to make some toast.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Do you want some toast?" She's still on the toilet with the water breaking. And she goes, "No, I don't want some toast. I think it's going to be a late night. I'm going to have some toast."
Yeah.
And we were back and forth. And I think I went to work the next day. I got a phone call about 9:30 going, "Nah, we're going." So I went in, and I think it was about 7 hours or something like that.
Yep.
And Chelsea was born, and I was so proud.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Pretty special moment.
It was pretty scary too, though.
It's that moment where you realise, shit, now I'm responsible for another human. Like my purpose on this earth.
So I used to work in an industry where I worked with powders and stuff like that. And if you breathed it in, you could have tranogenic, which is like mutagenic babies. So tranogenic is like you pass it on to the woman.
Oh, yeah.
Mutagenic is
to the kid. Yeah.
Something anyway.
Yeah.
So I watched Daisy being born. I'm like, oh no! Oh no! I'm having a fucking mutant baby.
Just a redhead. It's okay.
She's still a fucking mutant, but it's only because she's 13 she'll grow out of it.
She's some type of swamp monster at the moment.
No, well, Chelsea ended up on the resus table.
Oh, wow.
Straight after, because the doctors said, no, she's in early stage labour, and gave her morphine and was trying to send us home, saying there was no beds in the hospital and all this, blah, blah, blah. Chelsea got put on the resus table and resussed, and then went into intensive care.
Jesus, how long?
4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
Fucking scary experience.
Yeah.
For a new dad.
And at first it was only immediate family and mum and dad that could see her, sort of thing. Yeah, by the time we got out of the birthing suite, it was like 9:30 at night. Like, we couldn't see the kid or like.
So things with would you say Jade and Chelsea fell apart?
Yeah, she was about 2 years old. Mutual agreement. We just went, this isn't working. Better to do it now, and rather than fighting and arguing in front of the kid growing up. So we went our separate ways.
So you fought that in court though, didn't you?
No. Well, I was at that time. I was able to see her every second weekend and all that.
When did it all go so?
More so when the ex-partner come on the scene.
Yeah, so when the new one showed up. Yeah, right. So it wasn't just you weren't just not with her, you were now with someone else, and that wasn't. Yeah, that didn't sit well. Did you carry much of the weight of losing Chelsea? Or has time dulled the pain? Because you still don't see her much, do you?
No, I still don't see her much.
Have you?
I'll keep on trying, and she refuses to drive down here to meet up or anything. I have to go up to Shepparton every time. Yeah, and like it's
been years or
No, I went for her birthday.
Okay.
In December.
Yeah.
It's pretty much, a whole day, like.
Just to go up and see her.
Just to go see her for a couple of hours. Like, I mean, I've got friends and stuff that I can stay with up there, but then it's like,
Yeah. It's still.
It's not a quick turnaround.
No.
Pop up, spend a couple of hours and come back.
Yeah.
No.
What does it mean to have Brooklyn and Jimmy in your life now that you're, especially after that loss?
Really happy. Like being able to see Jimmy and Brooklyn
as regularly
as I do. For a while there, on her behalf, she was very nasty and kept them away from me and told the kids that I wasn't their real dad and stuff. Like I was.
You just have to.
I was wrecked.
You have to have a look at those kids, mate. They're your.
Yeah. I was wrecked for like a good probably 2-3 years.
Yeah.
Not being able to see any of my kids. Like, it was very, very.
I couldn't do it personally.
It's hard. It's one of the things that's not spoken about as much as it should be, how much men have to fight to see their kids. Like I never had to go through that. Luckily my ex we were pretty good. Like I had my kids at least a couple of times a month, like every other weekend, maybe one night a week for dinner and stuff like that. But I've had mates that, like the kids aren't a weapon. The kids shouldn't be used against. The relationship didn't work out for you, not for the kids.
Exactly. It's not the kids' fault.
You're affected more than just yourself.
No, I spent nearly a year and a bit in court. Fighting for full custody of Jimmy and Brooklyn. Because she was abandoning them like with strangers. Strangers would ring me up and go, "Hey, come get your kids." I was only meant to look after them for a day. It's been 3 days.
Jesus. Yeah, and it's not good, man.
And the court's going.
It's not good for them either.
The court's going, but they need their mum.
Yeah, well, their mum wasn't there.
I've gone, what do you mean they need their mum? Their mum's abandoning them.
Yeah.
I get a phone call from childcare. Oh, your kids are here. We close in half an hour. I lived 40 minutes out of town. I just had to fuck it. Look, I don't know. It's so much.
Yeah. I get it, man. I get it. Yeah. It's hard to talk about this sort of shit. Yeah.
I fought so hard, and just for her to break 8 AVOs and do her own thing.
Yeah. So what's it like now? They're a bit older, getting better, or?
Yeah. No, I try not to talk to her.
Yeah. That helps.
They clearly know that I'm dad now.
That's good.
And they absolutely love spending time with me, and half the time they don't want to go back or whatever. But unfortunately, sorry, kids.
Full-time work and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard when you got to go to work and you got kids and that.
Yeah.
So we're going to get into your mental health a little bit. What does a depressive episode feel like for you when it creeps in?
Oh, pretty bad. Like I'll shut down. I don't talk to anyone.
Do you know when it's coming, or is it?
No, you just wake up and then you just like, nah.
Yeah.
I've had moments where I've been hanging rope off the roof and stuff like.
Yeah.
Most of the time when I get that way, I just won't get out of bed. I'll just shut down.
So have you reached out to help from one of the organisations?
Not so much the helplines and that. Like, I have seen counsellors. I found 2 really good ones. One, I think, went to Gippsland. The other one went to America.
Moved away on you.
I was just like, what?
Yeah. It's hard work finding a counsellor because you've really got to connect with them.
Well, Jade's family, they all swear by this one counsellor and think he's the best thing ever. I'm like, all right, I'll give him a shot. Tried him. He goes, like I was telling him like what my problems were and stuff, and he goes, well, that's easy, just forget about it.
Yeah,
and I'm like, is this kind of serious?
Yeah. That's not how this works.
And I don't think this is how it works.
Yeah.
Like, he goes, just forget about it. Don't argue. I'm just like, what the fuck?
All right.
Yeah.
Here's your money. Thanks for your time. I won't be back.
Do you use the bike as a bit of a depression easer?
Yeah.
Ease your mind. You got a lot of other things to think about when you're on the bike, don't you?
Well, that's same as truck driving.
Yeah.
You pay attention, but you can also sort of, you're there by yourself.
Yeah. You can zone out.
Yeah.
Zone out all the other shit and just what's happening in front. They call that mindfulness. They say, do you practice mindfulness? You're like, no, I don't know what that is. Like, do you drive a truck or a motorbike? Yeah, you've done it. You do it every day. Yeah, so we reached out to Hannah to get some information of your current partner, who's a bit of a light in your life.
Oh, yeah.
Been big help to you.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about meeting her.
A bit of a funny one. I was subbing to Bid Foods, food delivery joint, and she was the new girl. Yeah, me being me, I'm a bit of a country boy. Come in with me dirty old Kerber on, I kick the door open, throw me paperwork at whoever I have to.
Yeah.
And I go, all right, I can see you later. Walk out, and Hannah's like, who the hell was that? And then, she rang me up one day and she goes, you know how much you love me and one, I go, what do you want? What delivery do you need? And like, she goes, can you come back and grab this and do this and I'll love you forever at all this? And I'm like, fine. I'm like, all right, we'll see how far this goes. But my boss at the time, he's Muslim. And he's like, nope, that's haram. Like, don't see girls before.
Yeah. Anyway,
and
obviously that didn't work.
And then as soon as he handed his contract in, he goes, all right, get into it. She's a good girl. And, like I'd been putting a couple seeds out there.
So Hannah tells the story that you come down and sit behind her and trying to chat her up, and she was completely clueless.
Yeah,
she didn't realize. She didn't realize that was flirting.
I'd just sit there. And I'd chat. And I'd be on this, like, it was like just like a little black couch.
Yeah.
And
casting couch. Right?
Yeah. I'd sit there and I'd talk to everyone.
Yeah.
I'd talk to Hannah most, and big head manager would come in and have a dig at me because he didn't like us. I'd just tell him to get back in his box. He had a little glass box. I go, fuck off back in your box. And Anna would be like, Timothy, you can't say that. And I'm going, he ain't my boss.
Well, obviously you said something, right? Because you've been with you for a while now.
Yeah.
You guys are going really well.
I think it's coming up nearly 2.5 years.
Yeah, it's good.
Like
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Kids love her?
Yeah, absolutely love it.
Yeah,
they're all team Hannah.
Yeah.
So you've been diagnosed with this anxiety, depression, high functioning autism. How do those pieces interact day to day?
Very hard. Like, everyone goes, when I say, I've got ADD, they're like, no, you don't. You're like one of the chillest cunts out there.
Yeah.
I go, but the depression kicks in as well.
One of the things with ADHD and autism is all of the traits for ADHD and all of the traits for autism are kind of like opposite. The hyperactivity you're supposed to get from ADHD, autism dulls it, so you don't get the energy. The racing mind, autism dulls that, so you kind of can't hold on to a thought. It's like you're basically
vicious merry-go-round.
It's like being paralyzed.
Yeah.
You've got one side's trying to let's fucking go. The other side's like, no, let's sit down. It's like I just know a lot about it because once I was diagnosed.
Yeah, you researched the hell out of it.
Hella deep into it.
Yeah.
Off into the weeds.
Do you find talking about it helps, or do you usually keep it locked down?
When I'm in a depressive state, I just, lock down. But if someone asks me a question about what's it like, or like, do you take tablets, I'm happy to explain as much as I know.
You on anything for any of it at the moment?
Effexor for the depression.
Yeah.
A strong dose.
Yeah.
Have been for a while. Before that, I was on Prixer or something like that.
Can I tell you one thing? When I stopped drinking, I stopped needing antidepressants. Big thing. Like constantly putting in a depressant into your body, the antidepressant is fighting against that. So it's I was on generic name for Prozac basically. And I was on that for 10 years. And then when I got sober, within 6 months, I didn't need them. Crazy. Like the dose that I was on as well. Yeah, it was a scary high dose. Like anyway.
So we all find ways to cope. Some loud, some quiet. What's yours? And you really, when it really gets you too much.
Most nights I'll have a couple drinks. Weekends I'll go hard. That seems to sort of chill me out a bit and whatever. A lot of people have come to me and said, we're worried about you drinking.
I am. I'll be honest.
I am. I tried to talk to you at Prez run about some of the drinking, and it was going in one ear and out the other. I could definitely see that.
You've got people who care about you now, and there's been a few times that we've noticed you've blacked out drunk. Do you feel like you're still in control in those moments, or no?
Definitely not.
Yeah. Would you want to do anything about that? Is that?
I think so.
Yeah, we're here to help you for that.
I'm happy to come along to meetings or whatever you need to do. Is there? I think I noticed Alcoholics Anonymous in Werribee. Yeah. Kind of attend a meeting. I'm happy to come along and investigate that with you.
Do you ever wonder if drinking's helping you switch off, or is it just making you disappear?
A bit of both, I reckon.
Yeah. Mate, I used to drink probably more than you. Now those Mercury hard cider cans, I had 10 of them every day. So it was 20 standard drinks a day every day, and that was just weekdays. Yeah. So we're not here judging you. Don't feel like that. Just concern. And me being on the other side of it, like, fuck, come over here, the water's nice.
I think that comes back to the mining days, like, because that's all you do after work. You smash a heap of cans. Yeah. And
you still had to, did you guys have, on our camp, if you had more than 3, you randomly selected the next one for a fucking breatho and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. So,
we were,
all the boys that got back from Bali all of a sudden got randomly drug tested.
We were, the second company I worked for was 3 mid-strengths a night, and that was it. But in the contract, it didn't say 3 cans, 3 6-packs, and even the supervisors would just be like,
just as long as you can come to work in them.
As long as you don't be a dickhead. You're right. And
doesn't do a lot for your liver though. Drinking every day.
Have you had any medical tests done on blood tests and shit like that? No.
I drink shitloads of water.
Yeah.
Like even before I was a drinker or anything like that, water or milk. Yeah. When I was growing up. Yeah. And then when I was an adult, just water.
What would it take for you to lean into some help instead of the bottle? If it comes from us as mates or Hannah pushing you in that direction?
Hannah's tried.
I don't know. She might have mentioned that.
Yeah.
That's why this came up in the conversation. We want to help. Yeah. If you're keen, we want to help. That's the main thing you have to know. You're not going to go through it alone.
No.
You're around the corner from me, so we can help. It's definitely the fucking hardest thing I've ever done in my life. This feels like an attack. It wasn't meant to.
I found it a little bit easier when the doctor told me that if I don't stop doing it, I'm going to fucking do
same thing.
Irreversible damage.
Yeah. My cousin died at 20, I think she was 26 from alcohol poisoning. Like she drank herself to death at 20.
Do you remember John from JJ Richards? He fell over drunk, fucking smashed his head and
died. Yeah.
You know,
it happens.
American John, good fellow, rest in peace.
Yeah, great guy, great bloke. What's one thing holding you back right now? But you're not ready to let go yet.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Do you think it'd be counselling or just more people offering support? Or
I think it's something that I've got to do in
your own time, definitely.
When I'm ready. Yeah. It's even this week, even before Hannah gave me the heads up.
Yeah.
Said that I brought this up. I'm like, fuck. Even before that, I was just like, nah. And I didn't do my normal and buy a slab. I just bought a 10-pack.
Yeah.
And
moderation.
And in that 10-pack, I drank only 6 of them.
That's, yeah.
And I'm going,
that's where I had the problem. If there was alcohol in the house, I would drink it. Didn't know what the fuck it was. Yeah. If I had one can on the way home, anything in the house was gone before I went to bed. For like 2 in the morning, didn't matter. Like, got to work in the morning, doesn't matter. Got to finish.
Just send it.
It's like a fucking.
Got to finish.
It wasn't a.
Got to finish.
It wasn't a decision. It was. I have to. Like, there was no such thing as leftover. Yeah.
But like, I mean, I don't always drink every night.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's nights that there'll be like 2 or 3 days that I'll go. Like, I'm not dependent on it or anything like that. I just like to drink a lot.
Drink less. So you've had like obviously traumatic childhood growing up. You ended up in foster homes. Is that right?
For a little bit because my mum supposedly suffered from depression and shit as well.
Yeah. And
every now and then we'd get split up. One would go to our dad's, one would go here, and one would go there, sort of thing.
Yeah. So Hannah was saying that your mum played you guys off against each other.
Yeah.
Your brothers off against each other.
Or eventually it was just me and the next one down from me because we're both ADD and ADHD supposedly. And she just wanted to numb us all, but
different time as well. There wasn't as much understanding about what's needed. Not defending her at all, but she's trying to dose you up so she can go out. That's not the fucking point. That's not the way it goes.
So it was me and him always clashed, and then once the youngest one got a little bit bigger, it was 3 on to the one below me.
Yeah.
And then some days it would be 2 on 2, and like we smashed like 50-something windows in the house fighting.
Jesus.
Like, and she hit up the window glazes. She goes, "Oh, this is my 50th, so it should be free, shouldn't it?"
Do you go along with your brothers now?
Yeah. No, we all got a group chat, and
they local, or are they?
Nah.
No.
One's in Queensland and the other 2 are in Tassie.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Scattered to the winds.
My mum and past husband decided they were moving to Tassie.
Right.
I was at work 2 weeks before they were moving. I come home from work, all my shit's on the front lawn. And I've gone...
What age?
17, 18. I go, what the fuck's this? Oh, we decided that we're kicking you out 2 weeks before you go, just in case you change your mind. I ain't fucking going to Tassie. No fucking way.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And, me mate that dropped me off goes, "Go on, boy, you're living with me."
Yeah.
Packed up all my shit and I moved in with him.
Yeah.
Still, I'm just like, come home from work and all my shit's on the lawn.
Yeah, not a good feeling.
I never experienced that.
I got nothing on that one.
Yeah.
Nah.
So what's something you're still going through, even now?
Well, I still hate me mum.
It's probably going to be a lifelong thing.
Yeah, not getting to see my eldest daughter.
Yeah.
Like, as much as I'd want to.
How old is she now?
She's 10.
Yeah.
Turning 11 this year.
Okay. Do you think once she's 18, you'll get that opportunity to
explain
get your side?
Yeah, but no, I don't know. Maybe not. Like,
do you still try and keep in contact?
Yeah, like I try and message regularly, but I get 3-word, she's fine messages back.
Oh, you don't have any contact details for her?
No, she doesn't have a phone or anything.
10, still a bit young. And of course, ABO in place. You can't just rock. You can't just rock.
No, there's no
court order.
No, that was none of that. That was with the other 2.
So you can't just rock up and say, "Give us a cuddle." You're my daughter.
She won't tell me where she's living, and I have to meet her at parks. And all this shit.
She's making it difficult. Yeah. Very, very difficult. Hopefully one day your daughter will get the real view of it.
If someone's out there bottling up the way that you have, what would you want them to hear?
Don't turn to the bottom.
It's just too easy, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. Try and help out. Buy a motorbike. Go for a ride.
We do say that.
Yeah.
It's that mindfulness we talked about. Yeah, just
talk to a friend or whoever you feel comfortable with. Yeah. You might just unload some random at work.
Some bloke at a petrol station.
Yeah. Maybe that's right. You never know who you'll come across. Big furry dude chatting to everybody at the petrol stations.
People in Point Cook are going to be too scared to go to the petrol station because there's some guy lurking. What type of fuel you putting in your car?
What do you wish somebody had said to you back then when you were getting in the dark spots?
Probably not to get involved with women.
It's a difficult one.
My old man had a saying about, something if they didn't have something, they'd be 10 eye at the tip. What's something small that you do now that helps you keeps you grounded?
Ride my bike. And
hug the missus.
Yeah, not really. Like playing with the kids and stuff.
Yeah. What would being a patch member mean to you?
It'd mean a solid foundation sort of thing, like where we can...
Do you feel ready for it? That's the next part.
I don't know. That's not up to me.
We have a 6-month, 9-month, and 12-month review.
Yeah.
6-month review, the general consensus was we hadn't seen enough of you.
Yeah.
So get out and ride. We don't fucking ride much, so it's not that hard.
Yeah.
But since the hosting of the meeting, nothing but glowing. Yeah, how good you did. So coming up to the 9-month in about a month and a half. Try and get active, get to talking to people.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get there.
The main thing apart of becoming a rustnut is, would you trust that person with your kids? Would you trust that person with your wife? That's a big part of it.
Yeah.
Being the stand-up person.
Wallet, wife, kid. That's it.
Yeah, wallet, wife, kid. Yeah.
And, blackout drunk's not going to get you. But, no, I'm not going to pick on you. I know what I feel. I feel bad now.
Wound it back.
What did Hannah see in you that you couldn't see in yourself?
Well, I don't know. That would be a question for Hannah. I really don't know what she's seen. I tried warning her. I said, I'm a whole bag of...
Crazy?
Yeah, like, don't get feelings and shit. But
one thing Hannah mentioned to us that was concerning to me, she said, you told her that if you died, you died. What changed to give you even a bit of a will to live again?
If it happens, it happens. Yeah. That's how I see it.
Has fatherhood made you look at that differently, or this time around?
I'm not going to actively go out and
top myself.
No.
Yeah, I do think about it and go, what are the kids going to be like? What they're going to deal with that and stuff. So yeah, I am a little bit more.
So the kids have changed.
Safer, a bit more care. Like,
how do you think your kids would describe you as their dad?
Fat, lazy, stinky, whatever else.
Would they say loving, fun?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen you with the kids. They love.
I picked up Jimmy the other day, and from after school care, went straight from work, picked him up. Goes, Dad, why'd you pick me up so late? I go, because I come straight from work. He goes, oh, now I'm going to be the last one home. And then I don't know how we got onto it, but we got out of the car and we're wrestling the whole way up the driveway. And we get inside and we're wrestling, and then the dog's getting in on it. Yeah.
Core memories. Core memory for the kids. That's, yeah.
Yeah, kids are funny, man. As he's been funny lately, I'll yell at him or something, and he'll go, and how does that make you feel? I'll go, what? You know what? I actually feel better now. Thank you very much.
I feel great. Get in your fucking room.
And how does that make you feel? Well, seriously, he's teaching you this sort of shit. Fucking funny. It diffused the situation, though.
It did. Cheeky little fucker.
Yeah, cheeky little bar.
When you look in the mirror now, mate, what's something that you're proud of?
My beard? Nah. Being alive and getting to see my 2 younger kids grow up, even though I can't see my older one grow up.
But you'll get there.
Yeah.
I reckon there'll be a silver lining in the future for that. Provided, mum's not poisoning her the whole fucking time.
Yeah, hopefully not.
Yeah. And as you said, you went through that yourself.
Yeah.
And as soon as you actually met your dad, it doesn't take long to work out who the bad guy is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just keep that in your brain.
We're going to do the wrap up now.
Yep.
So before we do wrap it up, mate, is there anything you'd like to discuss that we haven't talked about?
No, not that I can think of.
What do you hope people take away from your episode?
That just remember that it's life can get you down a lot, but eventually you find the right person and build your way back up.
Yeah, love it.
The lucky last one is, so what does Twist the Throttle mean for you, mate?
Just get out there and just twist it.
Give it.
Open that car.
Give it heaps.
Give it. We love it. All right, mate. Well, thank you for coming in. We aimed at half an hour and now we're up to an hour. So,
but yeah, we've had some interesting guests on.
We have had some really good guests, mate. You've had a rough fucking upbringing up to this point, and we're here to help you make the rest of it
smooth it
out, and make the rest of it a bit more bright.
Yeah. That's it. You just need to shout out, mate, and just cry for help. And one of us is there, hold your hand if we need to hold your hand and go and do it with you, mate. I'm happy to go and explore that type of avenue as well. Because
I'll be honest with you, mate. When we first met, I was scared to become friends with you for the simple fact that you were so much like my mate that I used to drink with all the time, and I was worried I'd slip back into it. So I kind of wanted to be mates, but I'm like, I can't get fucking sucked in again. I don't want to get back into that drinking line.
Yeah.
And that was my reason. I was kind of a bit standoffish at the start. I'm like, looks like a fucking ripping dude.
Yeah.
But that's going to be fucking dangerous for me. So
pretty hard.
Yeah.
I hate hangovers.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Conditioned.
Conditioned, yeah.
I just like waking up knowing whose pants I'm wearing.
All right, thanks.
On that note.
Thanks, Tractor. Thanks a lot for coming along, mate, and sharing your story.
Cheers.
You're welcome.
Cheers, mate. Thanks for riding with us today on Twist the Throttle. If you enjoyed the ride, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with your crew. Remember, no matter how tough the road gets, you're never riding alone. Stay safe, stay open, and catch you on the next ride. Keep that throttle twisted.